Well, hello everyone. This is Troy Harper here at Harper Cigar Lounge, and I am so excited to have my buddy and my brother from another mother, my Italian brother from another mother, and and I'm so excited to have my guest on. I can't even talk. Antonio Nicastro, Antonello Nicastro, my Italian brother from another mother. I'm so glad you're back. Tell me about what's going on with you these days, bud.
Hi, everybody. Yeah, it's good. He released a new song recently, and it's another one in English this time. You
Yeah,
know, I use both the languages, as you know, because they give me different chances to express things and feelings. So
right.
it's good. Yeah, the next one is called Through the Quiet.
Well, I'm really liking your new material. Really am. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. So, yeah, your recent project or your recent song that you put out is Through the Quiet. So tell me a little bit about Through the Quiet, how that came about.
I thought that some thoughts I was having in this period, and also some kind of scenes I have seen walking around. In fact, they reflect some kind of reality. Uh, but obviously, always, my music has and my songs are kind of, um, let's say, personal and interpretation of what I see. Yeah.
Yeah,
So yeah, the
yeah.
beginning started really with the first verse is the really beginning of the song because I, I really met I went in a shop really and see a girl and I was exactly doing what I described basically. She was looking around everything but not really buying anything and but she caught me. Didn't have anything special, was not normal person. But kind of felt the kind of person was there, and uh, and that sticks in my mind for a little. Then when I started to play, he came back and just had the idea of developing some lyrics because it was a kind of emotion because was really weird. The combination of seeing that person and how she would behave, and she was kind of lost, and I felt the need of writing that, and then the song came up.
How long did it take you to write this one?
Writing itself, because it's better to split two phases, two main phases. One is the writing phase that it's really the time when I start to have the idea and put together music and the lyrics, depending. In this case, basically, the lyrics start to come and combine immediately with a kind of music. And then, let's say, to get the phase normally within one night, it's ready. The song is
Wow.
ready.
Wow.
Then I start the real work of refining everything, defining the arrangement, and then obviously the evolution of the song to the one that I'm going to release. In fact, I was really thinking recently to use a Patreon as a possible way to communicate with my fans to show the development of some songs because sometimes they stay for a while, but sometimes it's more quicker. That was quick. I have probably 10 or 10, 12 to release yet
Wow.
because I'm still, many of them are finished. Just I don't feel they are already ready for the release. I'm still meditating on what to do. That's
Wow.
the way. Yeah, but normally the idea, the concept of the song comes very quickly. Sometimes in a couple of hours, I get the song done.
That's
Then,
great. Wow.
yeah, then I mean lyrics, kind of melody, kind of harmony that brings the idea overall together. And sometimes I go ahead. I have another one that is it's almost finished. That I would try to release as soon as I have the bass part tracks done by the bassist that is playing with me. Um, I mean, um, that was I did it in probably 3 4 hours.
Wow. Wow. That's
Yeah,
incredible. That's really
because
incredible.
yeah, because for me it's one kind of one single passage between since when I have the idea, I have the feeling of saying something, and when I start to put everything together. So sometimes it takes a bit longer for me to create the concept, the
Yeah.
idea, but then it goes everything quite quickly. And then obviously the arrangement takes longer because, and all the other process like mixing, mastering takes longer because obviously then I have several different options sometimes. So I try different ways. Uh, Sometimes I start to add things that, and then I realize that I feel it's too much, so I start to cut back again. So
Right.
it's a kind of process. But yeah, also because I get in the phase when I work on the development of the arrangement, uh, it starts another phase of myself where I just enjoy to play. So I just like to do different put together different ideas, try different versions, and then I come up with the final one that sometimes is completely different from where I started. Yeah,
Right. Well,
we'll
very
say
cool.
yeah. The composition phase it's pretty quick for me. Um, I can just sit and play, and something can start right now. Doesn't need to depend by my feelings. So uh,
Sure. I don't know. Every time you come out with something new, I'm just blown away and just mind blown. And I have to hit repeat, I don't know how many times to hear your music because it's just the most, I mean, besides what I'm into, outside of what I'm into, you're what I'm into with the music you do. And I just can't get enough of it, Antonio. I just can't get, or Antonello, I'm sorry. I just can't get enough of your music. And I don't know. I'm always anxious to see what else you're gonna have that's new. And you just keep blowing me away. You just with what you do and yeah, this is just amazing. And Antonella, by the way, I'm smoking today a Toscano. And I don't know if you know about Toscanos, but normally in Italy they cut these in half and they share the other half with their friends. So I wish you could be here, but in honor of you tonight, um,
you
I'm
appreciate it.
smoking this for you. So I'm smoking this for you tonight. So,
Yeah,
but yeah, so cheers to you, brother. And thanks again for being here today. And Antonella, we've known each other for several years now, and it's just always a pleasure to talk with you and to get to know you even more. And I appreciate you being on today. I really do.
thank you
And
very much. I appreciate it.
yeah, and yeah, your music, I just hope it inspire I hope through this, I hope people will catch on to what you're doing and it'll inspire others as much as it has inspired me and
Yeah,
I
I hope so. You know, I want to be famous. I just want that people can enjoy the music
yeah,
and share the feelings.
yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And I know your heart and I know that's what your intent is, and but every time I look, I see you got more followers and more people, signing up to your channel and listening to your stuff. So it's obviously catching on more and more, and I think that's a great thing. I really do, and I hope through this, I hope, like I said, this will reach more people. Yeah, because Antonello, you're such a blessing. You really are, and I just appreciate your friendship, and I just appreciate you taking the time to come on to discuss, what's going on with you, and first to be able to catch up again. It's just an honor. Yeah, it really is. Um, so with this new song, Through the Quiet, so you're on lead vocals and guitars, of course, keyboards and drums, and see Gavin Sadler on bass. Pam Dayish on backing vocals, and Trevor Goff on Ford. Is he says Fordham Studios. Am I pronouncing that Fordham Studios, or how's that pronounced?
Right, my friend was in the studio, so he's
Okay,
supporting me.
okay, gotcha. And then the lyrics are from you, I see.
Yeah,
So you're the one that wrote the lyrics. Yeah, amazing lyrics. It really is. Really amazing.
yeah.
I don't know. I know everything you write comes from the heart. I see that through your music, and it's just, yeah, whatever you're feeling, it really seeps onto me. I feel what you're feeling. I really do,
Which
and
is
that's what I
great.
love
It's
about your music. It just really,
That's exactly what I am. I'm for having people that feel what I feel, because that's basically the scope of music.
yeah, yeah. I'm so glad I discovered you. I'll tell you what. I'm so glad.
Thank you very much. Me too. It's a pleasure.
I I thank God every day, and I just count my blessings that I know you, and that you're still a part of my life. And to be honest with you, the only reason why I really wanted us to do this podcast today is to see how if we still look the same as we did back in February when we did.
We
See
do.
if we
We do.
I'm looking a lot different. I've got my beard coming back and everything.
Yeah. But it's better and it's even
No, but
longer than before.
oh gosh, yeah. Last time in February, my beard was pretty short. So,
Yeah.
but no, you're looking good. You're looking good, Antonello.
I I cut more mine.
I see you got that little patch there.
Yeah, because
I like it.
my little man said I was picking him. And so no, yeah, it's hurting. So I said, okay, I will cut the rest.
No, I
No, it's
like it.
okay.
It looks good on you, man. It looks good on you. Um, and I read recently that you're gonna maybe get away from doing the Italian lyrics or Italian singings, and do more of the English. Is that true?
The sound of the language works with the song. Well, my English is not perfect, and my kids always tell me, "Oh, you speak English, Italian English." I say yes because I I've been living in Italy for most of my life, and I I try to speak better English as much as I can. But at the end, it's part of me. I'm Italian. I'm not fully British. I don't have 100% the accent, and
Right,
people here appreciate me anyway. And so I don't think I don't want to mask myself like a fake English. I
right.
am not. I
Sure.
enjoy to live in England. I am happy to be here, but I don't want to make a kind of fake person.
Well, yeah.
And the reason of using English or Italian, it's just a matter of how the lyrics works
I was just
within the
gonna
song.
say, yeah,
Yeah, if you pay attention, the Italian normally takes longer in the phrase to say the same kind of express the same kind of concept, or to be more precise, in English, it's possible to compress much more
yeah,
the length of the phrase expressing the same concept. There
yeah.
are many kind of shortcuts that mean exactly the same, but in Italian you have to explain what it means.
Right.
So depending by the song, sometimes I want to give a different groove, and the language I pick, it's the one that is helping and driving the groove.
Right.
Um, in Italian, it's sometimes you have heard Miranda. Miranda has some phrase that we worked a lot with Marina to get the right phrases for the right part of the song because they were quite difficult. I guess you recognize that the rhythm it's a pretty famous Toto one, Jeff
Right.
Porcaro.
Right.
It's a shuffle that it's pretty uh, original for them. And the drummer that helped me to make it he played for me. He felt that one. He made me a couple of proposals, but that was the best one fitting on the song. So we decided to maintain it and to keep following the metrics of the song compared to the metrics of the lyrics. It was good to use the Italian. Sometimes instead I feel that I just need the English because it gives me a kind of different groove with the vocals
Sure.
to make the song. Obviously, I'm always speaking about my kind of music. I always spread between whatever I don't
Right.
stick with this one single genre. And the lyrics help me a lot. Using the lyrics in English or Italian helps me a lot to follow what I feel with the music.
Right.
Because for me, there is no two separate ways between the lyrics and the music. The music has to be combined with the lyrics. So, and also because many times the music comes first in reality.
Sure.
It start to grow in my brain, and then obviously it's normally connected to some emotions. So it's like a shooting a video. You see something and you try to while you are shooting, you try to give more attention to what you think is more important for you.
Right.
It's your own choice, and that's the same for me. So everything come together, and I cannot even think to use the same lyrics for something for a different music or the same music for different lyrics. They are just combined,
Right.
and that's why depend by the song. I start with an Italian idea, and the problem that they are not fully interchangeable. So if an idea starts in Italian, it's difficult sometimes to turn it in English unless completely reviewing everything and sometimes also slightly changing the sense how the lyrics are built up.
Right.
So that's the reason I keep both. Here in UK, when I play around, people enjoy both Italian and
Yeah. Just,
English. Before playing Italian songs, sometimes I share the translation or I tell the translation so they understand the meaning. Also, because most of the people, when is listening to, is not listening to the music and the lyrics. They just listen all together. So it's pretty normal as approach. And then if I give an explanation, they are fine anyway. They like anyway. So
I was going to ask you what, over there in the UK, if people are more accepting of the Italian than the English, or if they like it equally. I was going to ask you about that. So you said they're pretty receptive to either the Italian or the English over there, which I think it's great. I was just going to tell you, you've got there's two of your songs that are in Italian. You got Italian lyrics or I mean, you're singing in Italian and everything's written out in Italian. But I tell you what, even if I can't understand every word you're saying because it's in Italian, which I know a little bit of Italian, but I don't know it all. Um, but it still speaks to me. I mean, it's almost like I still know what you're talking about, even though it's in Italian. It seems like it makes sense to me, and it still speaks to me, even if I can't understand everything you're saying, it just somehow it still speaks to me in a real strong way. So
I think it's less useful for English speakers. But when I grew up, I was listening to rock, pop rock, any kind of music from Italian and British, American one. Um, I always like to listen any kind of music. And sometimes I couldn't even understand exactly the words because obviously English is not my native language. So if
right,
it's if it's plain, it's easy. But if it goes to some slangs over here in UK as well, sometimes I have some more difficulties in understanding some slangs, or just because I never heard a word, and there are some words are very similar. So you, if you stay on the word and try to understand what it says the word, you just lose the rest because your brain stopped there. So I usually kept listening music. Also, if I didn't understood exactly all the details, and I enjoyed the music, so I think it's the same. It's reciprocal. It's just less used because most obviously in UK, in US, most of the music is obviously in English, so
yeah,
nobody cares,
right,
and
right,
rarely there is the need of listening different languages. But in US, you have also the Spanish music that is pretty common, and
very true.
yeah, it's also uh, quite higher. So, and I don't think anyone is stopping to listen to music because they don't understand the lyrics. But to make things easier, when I play around, I provide the lyrics, and also on my website, there are always the lyrics, the original lyrics,
Yeah,
and the translation in Italian or in English, depending
yeah,
which one is the main. So it's pretty easy for the people to get the understanding of.
right. Yeah,
Yeah,
I looked at your website and I saw that you have it, in both languages. I think that's really cool that you're doing that, so people can really see what you are, writing, so but it's like I said, it's almost like I don't even need to look at your lyrics. It just seems like even if it's in Italian and I don't understand it all, it seems like it just really speaks to me somehow. It's almost like I understand what you're saying even without knowing what, the words are in English. It still speaks to me. It just does, so I don't even look at your
because
lyrics most of the time to see what they actually say in English. I just really, for some reason, it just really connects with me.
no, exactly, it's the same. Uh, when I was young in Italy, we had the LP, and they had always two sides in the cover, one with the original lyrics and the other side normally with the translation. And I uh, used to read those to understand the lyrics of the songs. But honestly, it was never in the beginning. It was always after I was already familiar with the song. I paid attention to the lyrics themselves because, as you say, if certain type of music just already give you the sense of what is the content, so
Right.
it gives the emotion. And for me,
Yeah,
honestly, the lyrics are mostly to give an accent to the emotion of the music I want to drive,
sure.
which is a bit weird.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Everything you do is just amazing, and Antonello. I tell you. I I'm just man, just talking about your music, the hair raises up on the back of my neck. It just everything about you and everything about your music, it just gives me chills and the hair raises up on the back of my neck and it's just yeah. There's no other music besides, metal or, hard rock metal that does
Yeah.
that to me. Outside of hard rock metal, your music is what does that for me. And that's why I still love whatever everything you do. It speaks to me the same way as everything else that I love. That's outside of the Italian, music. So, but
Thank you. And just
yeah,
because you come mostly from metal rather than,
I
I appreciate even more your appreciation of my music because
I
of that.
know it. Yeah, and I got I have people that ask me is like I think my mother even asked me like you're so into heavy metal and hard rock. How is it that you're listening to this too? And and people don't realize that I'm not hard rock heavy metal is my favorite music, but a lot of people don't realize that I love Fleetwood Mac. I love um I love a lot of the old new wave stuff from the 80s. I love you're a big Genesis fan and Pink Floyd. And I like a lot of that too. There's a lot of that I like. And I so I mean it's not all about hard rock heavy metal. That's my number one go-to, but there's so much other music that I really do love. There's even like some of the 90s country that I really like too, and but heavy metal hard rock, it's really my therapy, and outside of that, your music's my therapy also. I play your music every day when I'm in my office. If I'm not playing Kiss or whatever other groups I like, I'm playing your stuff right in the middle of all that. I'm playing your stuff too. So keep up what you're doing because it really is great. It's great what you're doing, and I hope you're not going to end it anytime soon. I tell you.
As you said, the music, most of the music, it's nice. Whatever is the genre, and whatever is the age that has. Sometimes the modern music doesn't give much. In my opinion, we are experiencing a period of where the music has been just dragged way too much in the bottom of the culture. So, but it's also a sign that people has less to do. People doesn't care of what he's doing, what he's saying.
Yeah.
But yeah, as you said, I also like music from the 70s, 80s,
Yeah.
90s.
Same
I
here.
don't go too back because
Yeah.
it was different. I
Yeah.
remain still within the kind of rock style, rock pop,
Right.
and because it's what I like more. But
Yeah.
sometimes I discover details that I really like in songs that I couldn't expect, which is great, simply great.
Yeah.
Uh, music
Another.
is
Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
it's
Go ahead.
emotion for me,
Yeah. Sure.
and something that I'm listening recently more. It's the typical, let's say, country, British country music, and the folk music here. Um, because I had more experience of the country and folk music in American one, but then now I'm focusing on the British one because there are a lot of things very nice, um, and I always loved the traditional Scottish music as
Yeah.
well.
I really do like some of that too. I really do like some of that.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm spreading on that kind of music, Celtic one as well.
Yeah.
I always liked the Celtic music. So I didn't play that much because obviously it wasn't my genre. But I like it. I like to
Right.
listen. It's very good, and sometimes I do. I do.
Yeah. Well, and I
Yesterday,
really do enjoy when you do the Italian music because that really does takes me back to my roots, my family.
yeah,
It really I feel connected to that part of you, because of my family history and everything. So, but I think, on top of just feeling so connected to your music, I feel connected to it the way I do. I think just because of the fact that it comes from you, it's from your heart, and you and me have had a really good connection too over time, and I feel like that is, when I hear your music, it just really makes me feel more connected to you as well, because of our friendship.
Same.
So I think it just makes that much more special for me, your music, because of the relationship that we've got, and the friendship we've had over the years. It just yeah, when I hear you singing, I feel like you know, I feel like you're there with me, I really do. So, and I hope that's not weird to say, but I feel more connected to you, because we have never been able to meet in person. This is about the closest we've been able to meet is through these podcasts, and I FaceTimed you once, and that's about as close as we've gotten to be with each other in person. And I hope eventually that'll happen, um, since that's not happening yet or can't happen right now, just having your music with me, it really makes me feel like I am with you, and in a way, and it
It's great.
your music just really does something for me each day. It just really picks me up and makes me feel good, and really lifts me up. It really does. So yeah, it just really does. And I pray every day that you will not go away anytime soon. I really do, Antonello, because I tell you, I feel like you've got a lot in you still to put out there. And I'm anxious to hear.
So far, yes. So far, yes. It keeps. And yeah, I was discussing with another guy a few days ago, um, because he asked me, "Well, why don't you use the AI just to do more?" I said, "I don't need to do more. I have already there 10, 12 songs finished that I just want to get finished and completed and released, and then that's already there because I'm I'm already producing something new." Uh,
Right.
yeah, I said I don't need to do the AI, and then even more. Should I have nothing to say anymore, I will stop because I don't need to make music. I make music because I loved it, and
Right.
the first that is enjoying of my music is myself. And
Exactly.
when I feel that something is ready, it's because I feel I'm satisfied. I think, okay, it's ready also for the other people. I'm not searching the perfection. I'm searching that something that I like, and at this stage, it's ready for the other people.
Yeah.
That's the way.
Right.
And
Right.
yeah, so uh, so far so good. I keep writing.
Yeah.
I I still have emotions to say, things to say, and it's like I said, it's like being a kind of videographer. You walk around, you just look around and see what is spotting your eyes, and maybe something that is being spotted by thousands of people before, maybe something that is less, but it's your own view at the moment, and it's what I like.
Yeah.
In fact, we have also with Gavin, we have a little interesting project because we are rearranging everything for playing live in two, just bass guitar and guitars, or some keyboards sometimes, but very minimalist arrangement, just to be able to be more flexible to play here and.
Right.
And we are also working on old songs, and because of that, I'm rethinking the songs. Just the songs remain the same, the lyrics remain the same, but I'm approaching in a different way, more acoustic, which is great. It's another kind of experience. Let's see.
Do you think your boys are gonna follow in your footsteps at all?
Again, sorry.
Do you think your boys will fall into your follow in your footsteps when it comes
Possibly.
to music, do you
I
think?
don't want. No, honestly, uh, I always tried and still try to involve them in the music, but not because they need to do something like me.
Right.
I don't, maybe they are not even at the stage of doing the same. I
Yeah.
started to write music when I was 10. So
Yeah.
it was already spontaneous, something spontaneous.
Right.
But what I want that they try and learn a bit of playing music because music it's another dimension in my opinion, and can give you different things. It's not like speaking with music. It's like having a kind of pure way to communicate without the need of explaining. When I talk to you, I need to explain what I mean. I cannot say, oh, yeah, oh, because you don't understand anything. And I need to give you words because our communication is based on words.
Right.
But when we start to communicate at the musical level, and
Mm-hmm.
you said before, you perceive what I feel, or at
Yeah.
least something that I was feeling
Yeah.
right in the music, without need of listening the pay or pay attention to the lyrics. And that's the thing for me. Music goes above that. Music
Sure
can just
does.
express things. So I asked, what I always propose to them is that just to try to learn a bit. If you don't learn enough, you cannot play, you cannot enjoy at all any instrument. There are no instruments that you can enjoy if you don't learn how to play a little bit.
Right.
But and
Right.
I always try to give them the chance to try what they like because my focus was more on which kind of sound do you like.
Yeah.
Uh, I grew up and my main instrument was the piano and then an acoustic guitar, which was pretty limiting for me because at the time, aside the piano, I wanted to play the synths because they would give me a kind of different expression above the all rest.
Right. Right.
And uh, and that's a bit of my experience. If it was for me, my house would be full of completely different instruments because I like to use different things. Sometimes I just beat on the table and I see, oh, that's nice. It's a nice sound. In this point of the table, the wood is different and plays differently, and I like it. So one of the songs that are coming out, I played also the percussions and several weird wood instruments,
Yeah.
just because I I like them. And so for me, it's just what I want to give to my children, but also to everybody is listening at me. I just want to give an experience and a chance to try something different, to try to communicate at a different level. You don't need to compose music. You don't need to be a brilliant musician or the top star or being the fastest one to do the solos. No, that's not what we need to do. We need to just to use the music as another way to communicate or to express
Absolutely. And
ourselves.
music, you and me both know music is definitely a language of its own. I mean, there's no other language like it. It
Yeah,
speaks to your heart, it speaks to your soul. Whether some people want to admit that or not, that's why so many of us are connected to whatever kind of music it is, because it's speaking to us in a different way that, I mean, it speaks to us differently than what we're doing right now. It speaks in a whole different way to us. And whether it's in English or Italian or German, whatever, because I mean, there's a group called Rammstein that's German, German metal, shock rock band. But I mean, even when I have listened to some of their stuff, I get something out of some of their lyrics even without even knowing what they're talking about. So it is definitely a language of its own, and it will speak to you, you know, in certain ways that you don't even expect. So, but I think anyone that loves music and anyone that's drawn to music the way we both are, I think they understand too that music really is a different language, and it's a language that everybody can understand. Whether it's in a different language or your language. So So, I do want to play Through the Quiet. I want to play that real quick for everybody so everyone can hear that. And then I want to get into discussing Miranda. I want to get into discussing that.
Yeah.
And I'm really anxious to hear about that song because that is a terrific song also. So anyway, let everyone see Through the Quiet and let's see here.
Thanks to Restore, prime time is back. This is my time. I didn't want to be bald any longer. It's late, I walk into a store to get some food and water. And there's a girl looking around but buying almost nothing. And her pretty face doesn't look happy at all. And her nice dress has seen better times. What you're feeling, tell me where you have lost your smiles. A man is there next to the bridge, look down at cold dark waters. The stream flows slowly along the shore. His thoughts are drifted far away, and the cigarette is almost burned. Everything we did has lost any meaning. What you're feeling, have you lost your dream? Tell me where your dreams are gone. And then it's me here next to you, just looking at my pathway. I feel you saying time to go ahead, so you're no longer there. And I see that's right, it's time to move forward. And my everything all's turning new. What I'm feeling, look into new dreams and smiles.
How long you guys been doing this?
Amazing. Amazing. That video is so beautiful, man. Where did you guys shoot that at? Where was that shot at? All the different scenes.
In this case, I just used some clips I can find and put together.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sometimes
great
I shoot
video.
something, sometimes I can't. Also because this video, honestly, due to the content of the lyrics, was pretty difficult to put together something as a kind of movie. So I tried to find some ideas. It's not always easy.
Yeah.
In the case of our new Sunny Day, so instead I shoot everything on a train uh, because I had the idea. Okay, I had to travel with the train, and just going there, I said, well, why not to use the train itself to show kind of movement of the timeline, basically.
Okay.
Yeah, it depends. Sometimes I don't shoot. I have actually have a new song that I'm still holding on to release because of its content, but I shoot myself in several things. Sometimes I don't think I don't want to shoot myself because I don't think it's nice to see a video where one person is singing.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's pretty at the end. Sometimes it's pretty boring, unless it's something live. But uh, yeah, I sometimes I try to use the images as a kind of combination with the lyrics and the music to
Yeah.
express the concept. Yeah,
Well, I think you're doing a great job with your videos. I
thank
mean,
you.
I think they're all great. I really do. Just you got such beautiful scenes and just really warm. I don't know, they're just very warm feeling videos. I mean, they're beautiful. My gosh, man. I
Thank you.
don't know. I'm amazed with everything you do with your videos as well. And I know last time we talked on the last podcast, I thought you had mentioned that you were gonna get away from the videos. Was I wrong about that, or did you decide to go ahead and continue on with that? Because you've been putting out
I'm
some great
thinking,
stuff, but
uh, yeah, it's still that's still a kind of problem. One of the reasons that some of the ready songs are still there, just because I don't have the video,
yeah,
and I feel sometimes I feel a bit old because um, stopped by that because the problem is that obviously for me making the music it's pretty fast. It doesn't take that much. Um, if I reach everything together, well, sometimes I have problems because I can make maybe the music and two-thirds of the lyrics and then get stuck. But it's normally solved in within weeks in the worst case. And most of the cases, everything all together in one night, 2 days maximum. The question is that instead, when I have to make a video, it's more difficult because I sometimes I think it's just difficult to show in images what's the feeling of the song. So I need to figure out how to make it, which is more complex because it's not really my job. I'm happy. I'm quite good assembling videos and working on this kind of tools.
yeah,
But the problem sometimes I have just a lack of ideas
sure,
of what to do.
right,
Because in this case, what one thing I'm missing in the video that I would like to have, but well, it was impossible. The idea was to have exactly the scene I've seen with the girl, because that was saying everything. But obviously, I couldn't shoot at the time, and there's no way to replicate it unless you book a place. You have to ask for authorization, things like that, which takes forever.
sure,
So at the end, and then you need to find an kind of actress to play for the role. So yeah, so at the end, I was holding the song because of that. Then I decided, okay, I will change the idea. I will approach differently, and that
Right.
sometimes is a bit difficult. The question, yeah, I'm still thinking that probably I will reach the point where I release only the music, or let's say the audio instead of the video. The question that video anyway is driving a lot of views and drive more than just the audio in terms of listenings of people, and people enjoy more watching a video most of the time. I'm not really working on Spotify's or other things. My focus is more on YouTube because my followers stay there
Yeah.
mostly. I I have very little quantity of followers in Spotify. Apart that I don't really like to be there, and
Yeah.
probably will.
I was doing a Spotify wasn't working for me very well either. I there for a little while I was doing a radio audio show on Spotify, and I just wasn't getting the followers like I wanted, so I ended up dropping it. Um, just because, yeah, just like I said, YouTube has been my biggest platform, I guess, for my followers anyway. I've got an Instagram and I've got a TikTok, and I've got a decent amount of followers, there too. But YouTube is really where it seems like I get most of my followers to react with what I'm doing here. So just because they like the visuals, I think they like visually, seeing what I'm doing, and when I'm doing my podcast, I think they enjoy the fact that I'm talking to them, and they can see me, and it just seems like it just works better for the whole YouTube
Exactly.
thing with me.
It,
So
it's different, and at the end, it's more involving.
yeah, it's more on a personal level for me. I guess, that's what my followers have expressed with me. That's they feel like they're on a more deeper personal level with me when I'm doing my podcast, and which I acknowledge all my followers too. I acknowledge them, and thank them, and try to get them involved in what I'm doing as well. So, and they really appreciate that, it
In
seems
fact,
like. So
I'm thinking to find a way um, to share kind of privately. I don't want to share obviously to the broad audience. So I'm thinking to use something parallel, but I would like to entertain some because I have already people asking things. Some people is asking which kind of keyboards or which kind of guitar I play or which kind of strings or what how did I make the things. So it's nice, but sometimes just explaining by messages takes forever. And
yeah,
sometimes
sure.
I feel it would be great to have a kind of face-to-face approach where people can see and can think. Um, Also giving a kind of pre-release of the music. It's
Yeah,
interesting because I have many of my listeners are friends and people like between us, we are friends and we share the same
good.
emotion. So um, sometimes it would be nice for them to see the development of what happened and say, okay, that started there, and then we arrived there,
Right.
which is nice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah. I'm
Um,
trying to.
yeah, I'm following you, man. I'm with you. Yeah, I understand completely what you're saying. Definitely. Um, so the next song that I wanted to discuss is Miranda, which you brought that out last August. You released that on August 25th. Um, is there a connection between Miranda and Emma? Is there a connection there? It's a whole different thing.
Uh, the lyrics written by Marina Del Monte, my friend Marina.
Okay.
Uh, so that's one thing that is in common. She wrote both the lyrics, and I wrote the music for both.
Okay.
um, no, they are different.
Okay.
Emma is a girl that a little bit like the girl in Quiet in Through the Quiet. It's passing through some troubles, and she's trying to find her path.
Okay.
Basically,
Yeah.
she had the good and bad experience, but she's looking for something. In fact, Emma is talking about the, the storm. Is talking about the high seas where you feel you can easily feel lost, things like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Marina, instead, it's different. Miranda, because Miranda is a kind of mid-age girl,
Okay.
lady, we'll say. I
Right.
call her girl. Uh, uh, that is not, I will say, is no longer young.
Okay.
And, um, and she's stuck in herself, in her kind of solitude. And that brings a bit the topic of the song. So it's slightly different, the content.
Okay.
Yeah.
They
They both
remind me
born,
of each other. Just the how you've done both videos and they're both in Italian and how you've kind of done they both kind of remind me of each other because you show a lot of shots of these different, these different gals that are going through, the things that they're going through in life. And so yeah, so I thought maybe there was some kind of a connection there that, I thought maybe there was, but clearly there's not, you said. So but I love both. I love both songs, I love both videos. I think they're great.
yeah, thank you. Uh, yeah. Miran, yeah, it's a Russian producer that is a videographer, and he made this kind of videos. So I thought it was good to show a bit the situation, apart the skyscrapers that were not the best,
Yeah.
because in Marina, mine was ambiented in Italy, so we rarely have this kind of. It was working fine. So I thought to use one single kind of subject during the song, and she was pretty complying with the devolution of the song, so it was good.
Yeah. Where do you say, how did you say that you find these gals for the videos? Are these girls or like, do you know these gals or do you guys do auditions or anything like that or?
Yeah, sorry, when I released um, Like a Dream of You, because Like a Dream of You is full of different girls. He
That
said,
one too. Yes, you're
are
right.
they all your friends? I would say, no, thank you.
Yeah.
It's too much. No, normally I use some professional websites where you can find clips or
Okay.
whatever you need.
Okay. So
Unless
that's
I,
all works. Okay, gotcha.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
if I don't shoot the video, yeah, I use those. Um, So you can, and then sometimes if I need something more details, I go back to the author of the videos and say, okay, I'm trying to make the video for this song. If you want to help with some more, let's say, specific
Yeah.
content,
Okay.
and they normally it's a kind of collaboration. Yeah,
Is it hard to get permission to use those clips? Is it hard to get permission to do that or is
most
it?
of them now because they are freeware, so
Oh, okay.
they
Okay.
can be used.
Oh, that's great
The
to
only risk
know.
that the same clip can be in your video in someone else as well, but
Okay. Well, there was in the Emma video, there's a blondish gal, and then it looks like the same. There's a gal in the Emma video that looks just like the gal in Miranda. There's a gal in Miranda. It looks like it's the same woman.
yeah, you're right. Yeah, it's the
Kind of a
same
blondish
model.
gal, really pretty gal. So it is the
Yeah,
same one then. I thought so. I thought so.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. Well, that's really cool to know. I wasn't sure if that was really hard to, you know, get all that together. I didn't know, like I said, I didn't know if it was, women that maybe through some of your friends that knew that you guys hired or if it was you
No,
found, found
well,
videos. Yeah.
sometimes there are some clips of people that I knew,
Okay.
and I showed. Uh, Some other are just stock ones.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
that's really cool. That's really cool to know.
and
So,
depending by the video.
yeah.
Also, because the problem that shooting videos to be suitable for a proper video, it takes time and takes a lot of uh, uh, situation because you need to get out several times on the same location to shoot different views of different situation because maybe the weather is not what you want. You cannot when you do because on the video obviously you have several post processing that you can do, but sometimes you cannot achieve what you wanted to do, so you have to go out again to shoot again. The the train shoot I made in for our New Sunny Days. I've been absolutely lucky because I shoot everything during one single travel. So
Yeah.
also because you can imagine when you go on a train, maybe for a business, and you start to pull out the cameras, setting the cameras around, people looks at you say, "Well, what is doing this guy?" It's not
Right.
really easy. Yeah, and obviously when I shoot something, when I use royalty free or yeah, clips. I don't or stocks clips. I don't need to worry about the license of the people because it's already licensed by the photographers that shoot at. But
Yeah.
if I shoot by myself, I need to be careful also about that. And if you shoot something, or let's say on a from a car, and you have the plate of another car, you need to remove the plates because you cannot share the plate of someone else to avoid any possible claim. That's the problem
Right. Right.
because
So there are some
nowadays it's
things you gotta be
difficult.
really careful with, I'm sure.
Yeah, exactly. So the same when
Yeah.
you shoot something outside, you need to be careful that there is no people that can be recognized because they can make a claim. And
Yeah.
yeah, the
Right.
problem that I don't want to risk that the video is blocked because my only purpose of the video is to express better, more completely the music and the song itself. So I don't want to risk to face problems in showing people that then can or things that can complain against that. So
Right.
uh,
When
unless
you did
obviously,
Yeah, when you did the Man of Smiles, which that's my favorite song still.
yeah.
Um, did you have any issues with that? Because I know you did some live shots with that video.
No, because the live shots were pretty limited. I walked the town here, close to here, that is Ely, in Cambridgeshire, um, despite many people didn't recognize it.
Okay.
I should mostly, okay, the idea of the video, because the Man of Smiles talks about a homeless, basically.
Yeah, right, exactly. Yeah,
Right. And then
right.
the idea of the video was to shoot an homeless walking around the town overnight in the
Yeah,
in
I
in the
remember that.
cold, basically in the winter, kind of winter. So my focus was more to avoid to have people. The only people that happened to go in to finish in the clip were people walking out, but they were behind. So and way too
Yeah,
dark.
okay, sure.
So
Yeah,
no.
that video is still amazing to me. I love the way, and I know you said you don't want to show your face in your videos. I think that's the only video that you've ever done where
The,
you do show your face in it.
the idea was to I wanted to be present in the song
Yeah.
because it was talking about myself as well,
Mm-hmm.
not literally, but in terms of emotions.
Right.
The question I didn't want it to be the whole subject of the song in the video. That's why I tried to be kind of masked in this way with these weird colors. And someone said, "Well, you look like devil. Why did you shoot it you this way?" Well, I just transformed everything. The original shooting was a normal one, like now.
Yeah.
I just transformed everything with filterings, but I thought it was good because the idea was to be kind of the shadow person back of that in the video.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that video still man, every time I watch that video and listen to that song, I still get choked up so much every dang time. Every dang time.
Thank
So,
you.
um, how long did it take you to do Miranda? How long did it take you guys to get that all put together, that song? Was that a pretty quick process with that one too?
The lyrics, and I wrote all the music and the vocals overnight. Then it took a couple of months to get it finished because we all work. We all do different things. So when we are free, we put together the rest. And because I play most of the things, I end up being the busiest one. Uh, so yeah, and that's it. And then the time to record Pam as well because she's busy as well. So we need to get the chance to get together to record, finish the recording, or split the recording several different times so I can get everybody and
Right.
then do the mixing.
Now, Pam, how do you say her last name? Is it Dish?
Say again?
How do you say Pam's last name? Does the backing vocals.
Mhm.
Okay. She's the same backup or background singer for
Yeah, all my songs.
yeah,
Apart one.
I thought so. I thought
Yeah,
so.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I thought so. I thought she was in your other songs as well. I was trying to think of some of the names that I or songs that I had seen her name in.
Yeah,
Um,
I heard Dottie in one song um, oh, sorry.
I love her backing vocals in your music. I
Yeah,
love her backing.
in Like a Dream of You, there was Dodi, an Italian singer that played with me. But now I'm using Palm also because Palm is part of all the wider concept that we are trying to get some kind of gigs out.
Okay. And
So
how did you guys come about getting to know each other and meeting up with each other to work with each other the way you do?
by chance, and
By
through
chance?
Trevor as well, because Trevor has a lot of people I think he knows. So
Yeah, very cool.
and Gavin was brought to me by another guy that plays guitar that started to play with me and then stopped. And at the end, basically, he stopped and Gavin remained with me.
Yeah.
So
Well,
with Gavin, we have a fantastic relationship. We just
that's good.
enjoy to play together. I'm happy, he's happy, and we do a lot of things. He hasn't the question that he understood very well the the kind of freedom I want between him and me when we play. Sometimes it's difficult when you play with other people. Sometimes it's difficult to understand the what freedom means
Right.
because obviously I have the concept of the music.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's mine. It's mine. I want to keep mine. No, I have the concept, and in my vision, since the beginning, it's already a well-defined sketch. So it's like having the sketch of a picture or a painting. Then I'm open to listen at different ideas because I'm not stick with my sketch. I'm open to grab out something and redraw, but it has to make sense for me. So sometimes people struggle if you don't have a kind of connection, emotionally connection, you can't really combine together,
Right.
and that's the point. And instead, what I prefer to do is ever play with people that are friends. So we are together. When I play something and I make listen, gave him listening. I say, "Oh, he like it. Oh, I don't like that," and I start to think about that, and he started to think what is that to do with the bass guitar, and we we check several times, we refine the idea. With Trevor is the same. Trevor is more supporting on the technical side, and we listen the song together. He say, "Yeah, well, it's good, but I think this this part is too much predominant. Is taking over too much." So we refine the feelings of the song together. Pam is the
Right.
same. Pam is a lovely girl. She is my same age, uh, and when we met to record her, it's fantastic. And now we are planning to do some lives.
Great.
Yeah,
That's great to hear.
and she just do what I. She come with her ideas, and she do exactly what we think is right. But when you play with other people, sometimes you cannot get the same. Sometimes people want to just to do completely different things. And if you give them a direction, say, well, sorry, I don't meant to have this, but we would like to have something different. They just say, oh, no, well, that's what I do. Okay, fine.
Right.
So it's difficult. No, um, I think that the point is to get the idea done and get
Absolutely.
the expression done.
Yeah.
And what I really love with Gavin is that like Miranda, Emma, he did exactly the thing I was thinking without telling anything, which means that he fully understood by himself. So that's great for me.
Yeah. Now, so if I remember right, so you get the concept down, you do your lyrics first, and then you build the music around it, right? Or you do
No,
it the opposite way.
depends.
You do the
No,
music.
depends. Can be other ways.
Yeah.
Uh, Sometimes everything starts from the music. Sometimes start from the lyrics.
Okay.
Sometimes it's just build up together. Uh,
Yeah.
Through the quiet, just come together. The same. The what I have seen out, what I thought, come back, playing and singing and come and writing down the
Yeah.
lyrics.
Right.
So
Okay. I know when I used to write, and I had my own band at one time, and we were putting out our own music. I had my lyrics set. I had the idea in my head of what the music what I wanted the music to sound like. And while I was writing, I would have the music kind of vision in my head of what I wanted it to sound like with those lyrics. And that's kind of how we wrote. But there were times where I mean, my guitarist Ryan McCallan at the time, he would be just playing guitar, just coming up with different material, and a lyric would come to my head that I thought would just fit great with that what he was doing. So it did go both ways with us as well. But a lot of I think 90% of the time, I would have the lyrics and the idea in my head, the concept that I wanted, and we'd build the music around the lyrics. But
yeah,
there were those times where, like I said, I'd hear Ryan playing, or I'd be doing something, I'd be doing something on the drums, coming up with some ideas for drums, and my guitarist Ryan was like, "Hey, I just had a lyric that came to my head that I think would go great with that what you're doing." So it did go both ways with us, but I think 90% of the time, uh, we always built the music around the lyrics, and which I know most musicians do the music first and then build the lyrics into it, but we did a lot of it the opposite way at the time. It seemed like than what other people
yeah,
were doing, but it worked. It worked for us. So
it can work in both ways. I would say, technically speaking, normally the music comes first.
yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah,
for me, the music, it's also incorrect to say that comes first. It comes. For me, the music is something that is coming also while I'm talking to you, while I'm thinking, when I'm working. It's something that is already building. I don't need to play. I don't need to have a piano or the synth or the guitar to start to figure out my music. Sometimes
exactly,
I just think,
exactly.
oh, I'm driving and I think, oh, I like this idea. No, this, and I'm already thinking about the music.
Yeah,
So sometimes
yeah,
the music is
exactly.
already in there somewhere,
Yeah,
let's say, in my brain. And
I can
then
relate to that. Yeah.
and then develop maybe first with the music because I have chance to play, and in the meantime I'm figuring the idea of what to talk about. Sometimes
Right.
instead I see something I want to talk about that, or
Yeah.
I feel something I want to talk about that.
Right. Right.
So
Okay.
our new sunny days, I wrote the music 3 years ago.
Yeah.
So and the music was there, and with the same concept of the lyrics, but it was not the right time to put together everything the way it comes.
Yeah. For a great
I
song, I
had a
think
lot
it's
of
all timing too. You
I
know.
had a lot of kind of thoughts, phrases.
Yeah.
Uh, in fact, normally what I do is I when I play normally I try to record whatever. Also with my mobile, whatever I try to record what I do, just because it's a sometimes my ideas come by chance. So
Right.
after that, maybe if I don't keep on playing, I risk to lose them. So sometimes I used to record what I do, and I used to use kind of notepads on my laptop where I write down the phrases random. If I have a thought and I think, oh, that's interesting, I start a page and write down, and maybe it remains like that for a while, or just come through the quiet, come everything in one night. The
Right.
last verse I just finished. I just finished, well, let's say, a kind of refinement the morning after, but all the lyrics were already in one night.
Right. Yeah.
So
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I mean, how you're doing it, your process, yeah, it makes a lot of sense to me how you're doing things, and I think your process of how you're writing your music it's all in the timing, like you said, and I think timing's everything. If you put a song out when you're not feeling real good about it, it's probably not a good idea. It's probably not going to come out the way you want. It really is best to, put it out when you feel the time is right also. And I believe timing is definitely everything also. But yeah, the process of how you're writing your music and putting everything together, it's obviously working for you because everything you do is just a masterpiece. Everything you write is a masterpiece. It really is. So I do want to play Miranda. Are you okay with that? I would love to have everyone see this and hear this as well. Let's see.
Miranda ancora bionda, distratta alla finestra, un po' annoiata gioca coi suoi capelli, con i suoi tanti anelli, sorseggiando un caffè. La voce della festa l'ha svegliata, è un'ora che non sa. Di profumi antichi, la sera questa sera, di zucchero filato, mandorle tostate, tamarindo orzata, pennacchi e calci in culo, tira segni e peluche, con le giostre in paese, tutto corre veloce, tutto sugge veloce. Meccanica affinata, la voce dal megafono ripete, vuoi tirare freccette colorate, basta mirare al cuore, d'amore non si muore. L'ha imparato da un po', sera di fine estate, estate senza te. Canticchia una canzone, ce l'ha in testa da ieri, andavamos Miranda, sabes que Dios lo manda, Miranda vamos anda. Ha in mano una domanda, d'amore ormai scaduta, occasione perduta, scivolata via, corre dietro un'idea, un po' campata in aria, che si è persa per strada, forse si è fermata, non trovando un perché. Miranda ha gli occhi chiari, che un bel vestito celeste che forse indosserà, chissà per il momento resta in sottoveste, non accende la luce, il nero delle bande piace, quel rosso e blu su di lui, che colore pensieri. Canticchia una canzone, ce l'ha in testa da ieri, andavamos Miranda, sabes que Dios lo manda, Miranda vamos anda. Canticchia una canzone di ieri, chissà se basta e avanza, per riuscire a volare via da questa stanza.
I have to apologize. For some reason, I kept thinking Miranda had several different gals in that video, but it's just that one. So that was my fault. That was my mistake.
Okay, you don't need
I
to find
guess
the videos.
she's
I
the one
don't
I
remember.
saw in Emma.
Yeah,
She's the one that's in
sorry.
Emma. Yeah. Yeah, that's one. What's one pretty gal? I tell you what. That's a pretty hot video. That is what I love seeing the cassette player. I haven't seen a hit like a Walkman cassette player like that since forever. Do
Yeah,
they still have Walkmans down there and cassettes?
which is I just like the idea of the Walkman because the Walkman bring us to a different stage of the music.
Yeah.
The
I love
Walkman
it.
was
I love
just before the things with the streaming started and everything. So it brings us a bit to a different level. It's a
it.
kind
It
of
does.
message,
It
the
does.
Walkman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I
Uh,
love in the beginning of the video where she's sitting in front of that window and she's got milk and cookies next to her.
yeah.
I want to be her Santa Claus. I want to be her Santa Claus. I was one.
The
Yeah, no, the
pics.
milk and cookies was a nice touch, I thought. I was like, man, I would love to be Santa Claus right now, walking in on her and eating some of those cookies and drinking some of that milk. I love the video. I really do. I love this video. I love it. Great video. Really is a great video. Now that gal, do you know her name? You probably don't know her name or anything, I suppose. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, she was a nice touch to that video. She's just a very attractive gal, very attractive. So anyway, I thought that was just a great video. I really did. I love that song. I love the lyrics. I love the video. I love everything about it. So yeah, great job, and Antonello. Great job, man. I tell you what. And now do you have someone that helps you put all these videos together, or are you doing it all yourself, Antonello?
Sometimes overall.
Okay. No, they're great, great videos. Yeah, I can't say enough about what you're doing, and I just look forward to all of your future. I look forward to everything you're doing in the future too. You got anything coming up soon? Did you say?
Tom already
And
one.
you don't
It's
have to tell me what it is, but
because there are some that yeah, just need to work on the video.
yeah, okay. Great. Well, I'm looking forward to whatever you got coming.
Yeah, you will listen. Hopefully, I will put something in place soon, and then you will have a chance to listen before the release.
Well, that always
And
means a lot to me when you send me something to review and listen to before you put it out. That means a lot to me.
yeah,
It really does, because
yeah,
I appreciate
that's the plan
that
to
trust
have
you have in me. And it's
a
such an
small
honor to
audience.
be able to be like one of the first people to hear that before everyone else gets to. You don't know what that means, how much that means to me, Antonello. That means a lot.
In fact, I'm thinking to develop this kind of system, a way to get in contact and share everything. The only problem that obviously uh, not about you, but with some other people, I need to be careful because obviously the music has not to be circulating,
Yeah,
but before the release. But yeah, but I'm thinking I'm organizing something that is good and safe. But we'll also kind of comments to have the idea because it's good to have a kind of feedback.
yeah. I hope I always give you good feedback. I hope I always give you, that feedback you want to
Yeah,
hear.
absolutely,
And
absolutely.
and I mean, anything I tell you, Antonello, is not it's from the heart. It really is. If there's something you've sent to me, which I've loved everything so far, if there was something you sent to me that I'm like, I'd probably tell you. I'd probably tell you, but
Is what I
uh,
need.
but man, everything you've sent me, I've loved. I'm like, man, I hope he gets this out, pretty quick, because I think a lot of people are gonna love it as much as I do. So
Let's say when I share something, you have probably realized I don't. When I publish something, I share normally at the really beginning with a few friends, and just because not to show off, but it's just
no,
to get their feedback.
yeah,
And yeah, most of the people just enjoy and come back with good positive feedbacks, which is good because just the confirmation. At the end, I say at the end of the game, I'm one man band roughly doing everything by myself. So sometimes, yeah, I have Trevor, Gavin, Pam that are obviously supporting in their view when I release something when it's close to the release. They are always aware. They see the final version of the music, the final version of the video, so they can make comments obviously about that. But then what I appreciate is when someone else that has not been involved in the development that gives the feedback because it's a more independent point of view.
yeah, yeah,
Because for us, when we work all together, so when we reach the phase where a song is finished, it's it's basically finished for all of us. So no one is going normally is going to raise any doubts and so oh no, listen, I thought that this cannot work. No, normally we are already at the end of the game. So from us, there is no longer expectation to have any objective feedback. So having other people, uh, it's a great plus because they have to understand quickly just after the release what happened, what's the reaction, what's the feedback. Yeah, it's very important. Also, in fact, that's one of the ways why I stopped to work with Vivo, and as you have noticed, probably my videos doesn't have anymore their logo because well, one thing is about the silly question about the royalties because when you publish something through them, they don't give you any part the value of the rights that is ridiculous. But the question that all the listeners go to them and not to you, so you cannot grow your channel.
Right.
Is not worth at all. And the second point is what I want to be able to manage, especially in the beginning. If there is something wrong, I can still take down the video and do correction and re-upload.
Sure.
Um, so that's important. Instead, for the audio, I use a distributor because it can get me everywhere in a few seconds. So the distribution is overall the world. In fact, I have a lot of people from India, Pakistan, countries like that they appreciate my music,
Hmm.
which is great.
Well, that's great to hear because yeah, they need to appreciate it. That's for sure.
Yeah,
No, I mean, you're just such a talented writer. I mean, you do everything. You're a composer, writer, musician. You do it all. And it's you do such amazing work, Antonello. You really do. It's just I hope people are learning something from you, and I hope what you know people that are musicians as well and they hear what you're doing. I hope there's a piece of that they can take with them and come up with something on their own that you've
yeah,
influenced. That's all we hope for when we do music, that we can do something to influence someone else, and they can maybe take what you've put out and given to them. They can take something out of that and use it in something they work on because of the influence you have on them. So
hope that one day might be something, but it's already fine for me. What I'm already getting, as I said, having some people that makes comments like yours or other friends or people that I never heard before, and they come back and say, "Oh, I listened to your song." Sometimes they just send me a private message, and they say, "Oh, I listened to your song. Your song just made me my day better." Okay,
yeah,
but that's my goal.
yeah,
That's what I
yeah,
want.
exactly.
Uh, mm,
And
I'm not going
that's
to be rich because of the
yeah,
streamings, because they
yeah,
have a ridiculous value. I'm not going to be rich because of publishing my music. I'm
yeah,
rich inside because some people is happy to listen to my music. That's so fine
yeah.
because if
That's
they
such a
like,
reward
they
in
enjoy
itself.
for some reasons.
Yeah. Well, what I do with my podcast, that's all I hope for, is that I will make somebody's day a little bit better. And
Yeah,
if they're going through a rough time, I hope I do something or say something that's encouraging to them that will, help them get their life turned around or make their day better, or
yeah,
help them deal with the situation maybe they're going through that's tough, that they can deal with a little bit better, and so that's all I hope for with what I do. And I'm my audience is growing, but I'm not trying to be one of the biggest podcasters out there and trying to be the best. I all I want to do is I want to reach people. I want to reach deep inside of them and do something that just internally will change their life. Something I can do that will internally change them some way, for the better. And that's all I hope for. That's all I hope for. Which I want to give a shout out to my buddy Daniel Remains over in Canada. He's one that really follows everything I do. And my buddy Jacob Lee over in Rapid City, South Dakota as well. These are two guys that follow everything I do. They comment on everything, they give me feedback on everything. They will just shoot me a message just saying, "Hey, how are you today? You've done this for me. You really helped me get through this today," or whatever. And that's the biggest reward I can get. When I get, even if it's just a few people that I just really reach them on all levels, and it just makes their day better, makes them a better person in some way. That's what I hope to get out of all this.
yeah,
And
which is great. It's
if
the
I can
best.
do that, yeah, if I can do that, then I've gotten all the rewards I need.
Exactly. Same for me.
Yeah. And I think that's why you and me connect so well too, because I think we're both, even though I'm doing different things than what you're doing, we both have that common goal is just to touch somebody's life in some way,
Yeah.
you know, and that they'll enjoy what we're doing, enough to make their day a little bit better. So
When we get in contact, we feel better, and that's it.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And just our communication with each other, outside of what we're doing here, it just makes my day better too. Anytime we have a
For me,
conversation together and catch up with each other just for a brief moment, and talk just for a moment. And you're
yeah.
letting me know how you're doing, what's going on with you, and I'm doing the same. It just, with you, it just, even that alone just makes my day even better. It really does. So, and that's what I want to do also with my followers. I want to get on I want to be on more of a personal level with them, and to where we can, outside of doing the podcast thing, where I can, they'll message me, I'll message them, and just through that, we're helping each other get, through the day a little bit better, So when you've got, and I know you've got a lot of followers. I don't have nearly as much as you do, of course, but it's just nice to have,
No worries, they will come
yeah,
to
it's
you as
just
well.
nice that we can, have followers that we can just really connect with, somehow, so. But
Yeah.
man, I there's one more thing I want to play, and then I'm gonna give you real quick because I've redone my list of where I put your music, like at number one, number five, whatever. I've redone my list and I've updated with your new music. So I want to tell you where I've put all your songs on my ratings. So I want to do that, but I want to play one more thing real quick, and
Huh?
um and then we'll do that, and then I'll let you say anything that you want to say, and then we'll go ahead and probably end this today because I
Yeah.
know it's late there, man. What is it, like 10:30 there now? Yeah, and you got to get up early, I bet. So hold on just a second. I'm going to put something on real quick. Let's see. Yeah, I wanted everyone to see you play that piece. My gosh. You don't know how often I watch that. That is just I wanted people to see what you can really do with guitar. Man, it's amazing what you can do with a guitar. Man, that I love that guitar work right there. Love it. So I wanted everyone to see that because that's just amazing work you did right there. So yeah, I just had to show everybody that. I watched that so much. I just think that's a really beautiful video that you did there with the scenery and you and your guitar there playing. I just, man, it just,
Short version with the play, with me playing, because the official video didn't have my me playing the guitar. But then I wanted to release that.
yeah, it's amazing. That is amazing. What you can do with the guitar is just amazing, Antonello. I tell you what. So anyway, I want to rate your songs here, if you don't mind. I'm going to start with just your musical pieces. So at number three, I've got Glimpses of Life at number three, and that came out September 30th of 2021.
For copy.
And then at number two, I got Can You Hear Your Call? That came out October 31st of 2023. And then the cover of Max Middleton, the Max Middleton cover, which I know worked with Jeff Beck. That I thought was your best piece right there. I thought that was the number one musical piece right there. And you brought that out in on November 27th of last year. But so that's my favorite one for just your musical pieces. Um, at number eight, our new um I can't read my writing. Our new, what is that? I'm sorry. Sunny Days. Our new Sunny Days. I got that at number eight. And that came out May 25th of this year. And then at number seven, I got Miranda. At number six, I got Like a Dream of You. Number five, Through the Quiet. Number four, Wherever You Are. Number three, A Summer's Tale. And number two, Emma. And number one, of course, The Man of Smiles. When we did our podcast back in February, I had Emma at number four, and I dropped that down to number two. And then let's see here, A Summer's Tale I had at number three, which that stayed at the same slot. But I brought Emma down to number two. That was at number four. And yeah, so that was where I kind of made my change there. But yeah, so that's where I've got your music rated. I hope I made you proud with how I rated that, or where I put everything.
I forget it.
It's hard. It was hard. It's hard to place your music in certain spots. It's hard because they're all great. They're all great pieces. Everything. It's really hard to rate your songs in a certain way. It's hard. It was hard to do. It's hard to do that. But I know you got a kick out of the last time I did that, so I thought I'd do it again. So
I think because they are different, so it's not within the same style that everyone. So it's difficult to classify because, well, it's just a matter of pleasure. So, but it's fine. They are all in there, so it's fine.
okay.
You will have something new to add to your list soon.
Yeah, I wanted to get your new stuff in there, and and put that in my ratings. Where I rated everything, and but I tell you what, it's just like if someone asked me what are my favorite, like what's my top 10 Kiss songs, like and where would I place them? That's hard for me to do because they've got so many great songs. I can't do it with them, and it's hard. And I mean, I've tried, but it's just as hard to do it with your music too. It's just as hard to do with your music. It's just as hard because they're all
To
so
appreciate
great.
it.
They're all so great in their own way. So,
What we do next time, as soon as the new song is released, is ready for release, you will have early, apart listening the progress, but you will have the final release early, and you can make a podcast on it if you want.
absolutely. I would love that. I would
Yep,
love to do that. Are you okay with that?
absolutely.
Really? Oh, I'd love
Yeah,
to do that. I want to do that. I definitely want to do that. And I will do that. Absolutely. Where, and maybe this is hard for me to ask you this, but Like, what would your number one song be that you've wrote? What is there? Is there any way for you to? I didn't think so. I didn't think so.
because they are something
They're all special. I mean, my God.
I made. Yeah, because I don't publish because I'm forced to publish or something. So when I kick something out, it's because it's something that I want to share with other.
Yeah,
I feel it's good enough to share, and it's good enough to deliver some emotions.
yeah,
So in this
yeah,
point of view, I love all of them. Maybe I can think that well, they are all appropriate for the specific moment when I released. Um, Glimpses of Life. It's a absolutely just a keyboard exercise because I played. I would like to do more because I like
yeah.
synthesis. I like playing synth music. The question is that has even less audience, so I'm trying to limit it that. But anyway, when I made it, I wanted to say something to the people that was suffering because and scared by COVID, and I didn't know what to say. Also because there were too many wars around, and I thought that this music could give some, and the video itself could talk and give some kind of encouragement. And
Yeah.
so I did. That
Right.
was
Right.
my idea. And some
Yeah.
people, I didn't say anything. I didn't wrote anywhere that it was for COVID. I just released it.
Right.
But you have no idea how many people come back and say, "Well, you made it for? Did you made it for COVID? Because it's really encouraging." Okay, so oh, yeah, I did, but I didn't mention to anybody.
Right.
So yeah, that
So
was the
who
idea.
one real quick, who was your before we end this today, who was your very first influence that got you like really wanting to do music? Was that your dad? Or what musician out there would you say is your biggest influence that has
In,
really helped you kind of get
in the
on your way with all
family,
this?
honestly, nobody particularly. That my I would say my uncle was the one that I
Your uncle. Okay.
followed a bit, but not that much. Uh, My father was always playing music at home, and I heard a lot of music, mostly old kind of music, but and classical one. But then uh, I I s- I would say the big turn for me has been when I started to listen Genesis, Pink Floyd.
Yeah, yeah,
They
right.
they just turned my completely my view out.
Yeah,
Obviously, being in Italy, most of the music was Italian. We have so many different kinds of music, mostly pop music and things like that at the time, at least. And for me, discovering certain music, I would say, if you know the Pink Floyd, the very, very first album that changed my life was Atom Earth Mother.
okay, wow, okay,
Yeah, that I would say it's one of the most difficult from the Pink Floyd that for the age. It was mostly a kind of symphonical, not very famous like Dark Side of the Moon or the others. But he drove me some kind of feelings that it was full of that.
yeah,
And
right,
then I started to get everything from them and Genesis as well. Genesis, I would say, the most I like all of them, but one of the most favorites is Selling England by Pound because it's great.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
great. Despite there are other albums, I like everything since the beginning.
right,
Probably the last I like is the first one, uh,
okay,
but for the rest, I like all of them. And the last one I didn't like that much, was a bit more commercial. But
right,
for the rest, they made things amazing. Mm, So I started to listen that. Then another big influence has been Neil Young for me. Harvest was one of my favorite songs, and he drove me the kind of folk country way. And it has been just inspiring by listening music and then trying to go in deep in this kind of music,
Okay.
try to listen more. At the
Nice.
time in Italy, it was difficult to listen to certain genres because there was no really the distribution of this kind of music. So you had to go in shops to buy the LPs or discs.
Right.
The yeah, but it
Oh,
was good.
yeah. Oh man, it's a lot to soak in when you look back at a band that first influenced you and everything they've done over the years. It's a lot to sink or soak in because man, it's just like you're a big Genesis fan, I'm a big Kiss fan, and the way each band has evolved over the years. I mean, there's so much great stuff. It's hard to oh boy, it can be overwhelming when you try to break it down like what parts of this band has really got you on your way in life and through the music and where it got you now. But would you say Peter Gabriel or oh, I'm trying to think of oh shoot, I'm trying to think of the second singer um for Genesis. Oh, why can't I think of his name? Phil Collins is who I'm trying to think of. Would you say Peter Gabriel or Phil Collins was the better singer?
No, that they are.
Both
It's
equally good?
no, it's different. There are two different
Yeah,
ages. It's like a
yeah.
Marillion. You cannot compare Fish with Hogarth, Steve Hogarth. They are two different things, two different kind of music,
Yeah,
two different kind of expression.
right,
Uh, I love Fish. Marillion is another of the band that I love.
right.
Um I love Fish because if you go back and listen and think about some songs, uh, he's using the vocals in the same way I try to, using like a kind of melodic instrument rather only telling a story. And he has some songs that he sing in a fantastic way. Assassin is one of those. If you pay attention, the kind of mood he gives to the voice along the song, it's incredible. But after that, Steve Hogarth take over and made other beautiful songs. So I cannot say one is better than the other one. There are two different ages of the same band. And the same
Yeah,
is for Genesis. Genesis has been great. With Peter Gabriel, it was, I would say, more truly Genesis first age.
yeah,
But
yeah,
then it's been a choice of Peter Gabriel to go, and I love Peter Gabriel.
yeah,
My dream is to meet him somewhere when I'm here, but who knows? But
yeah,
Phil Collins is fantastic as well, and he
yeah,
made different songs,
yeah.
different way, but amazing. And
They really
so,
went a different direction with their sound though. When Phil Collins started singing, they really went to it was a whole different sound for Genesis.
yeah,
But it's all really
exactly.
good stuff, of course. But there's something with Peter Gabriel that yeah, I have to agree. Peter Gabriel is probably the real face of Genesis.
Yeah,
You
talking
know,
about the Genesis band itself, yes, probably was the most expressive one
yeah,
because he brought again different concepts altogether. Not
yeah,
only
yeah,
the vocals, but the vocals sung in a certain way, and showing off with customs and bringing some kind of theater in the
yeah,
songs,
yeah,
making kind of complete uh, opera.
yeah, yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
I don't like the concept that we have a classical music and we have the modern music. For me, everything is part of the pop rock, the prog rock or old
Yeah,
rock. It's part of already of the classic music
yeah,
because people now don't even know that music, but it's
yeah,
classical.
yeah,
Uh, but the same is for many other bands. Ozzy Osbourne made very fantastic songs as well.
yeah.
Uh,
Rest in peace, Ozzy, man.
I like them very much. Alice Cooper which is
Yeah.
completely the opposite than, but yeah, I think it's the way that you transmit something.
Yeah.
You transmit sensation and emotion. You drive people thinking and feeling something, and that's the point.
Right.
Whatever
Right.
you do in the
Exactly.
way that you do, things change. Things change. Things change for me myself as well. As you see, sometimes I just play a bunch of guitars, like
Yeah.
in through the quiet. Sometimes I play mostly synths. Uh, now a couple of new songs are coming with drums without any cymbals,
Okay.
just hi-hat, but no cymbals at all.
Okay.
Yeah, just because I don't want them in the
Sure.
song.
Yeah.
I don't feel the need of filling the space with something twinkling too much. Yeah. And Francesco, the drummer that is playing with me, he knows because sometimes I say, "Well, yeah, it's nice. Everything I like everything that you did, but just remove most of the play or the symbols because they are way too much." He has to do
Right.
everything.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
or
Yeah.
something else. Sometimes. So basically, I think that every musician, how we say, the what I like and what you like, obviously, has made something that drove you some feelings,
Yeah.
something that you feel pleasure, you feel involved, you feel something, a kind of message told to you, and
Right.
that's the point.
Yeah.
If there is a message, you feel it, and you can get. That's one of the reasons that the modern music is, in my opinion, purely my opinion, but is not that good because there are no longer feelings
Yeah.
driven by people. There is just a lot of bunch of tunk, and words, but there is no any emotion. I don't feel any emotion.
Right.
But I'm not saying that I don't like, example, rap. If I listen something from, it's called Eminem, I just appreciate what he does
Sure.
because it's different. Again,
Sure.
he's delivering a message. Is not just to make music.
Right.
And that's the
Exactly.
point.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
point for me. There is no need of having that much more music around. And now, even worse, with the AI that is just making music and making new kind of people on the musical scene that doesn't even exist.
Right.
I when I see, oh, they got the top one. Yeah, okay. What's the point? It's just a silly computer that did something that anyone of us, if I want to copy another song, because those are mostly copies of other things. So if I want to copy something else, I can.
Right.
But
Right.
what's the point?
Right.
So
Right.
uh,
Yeah.
yeah, it's another thing. Now I would say nowadays, at the time when we were young, we say we had time to listen to music and digest it for a while before it was disappearing. When I was young, the worst was for the, let's say, the summer hits because they lasted just a few months and then almost disappeared. So a lot of musicians that make decent music then after a while disappeared because they were not out anymore.
Right.
But at least things lasted for a while. Now the average of things last zero, last few days.
Yeah.
I'm really happy because the last few songs from MM on, I had a kind of increase of the time that people is listening. Currently, through the quiet is around 1 minute 33 on average, which is great because it will say that the average of people is listening at least half of the song. I have some of my songs where most of the listening were between 15 and 30 seconds, which is ridiculous because I can just play the introduction of the song normally.
Yeah. Right.
In fact, someone said to me, "Wow, why you don't cut the intro?" I said, "Why should I cut the intro? It's my music. It's what I want to do.
That's right.
The intro is part of the song itself,
Exactly.
you know. But because people doesn't have anymore the patience of listening to the music, they I think most of them don't have anymore the curiosity of listening what someone else is saying. I don't have time to listen to everything is coming out.
Yeah.
But when,
Right.
especially when I have some suggestions, I'm just going to listen to them. When I see someone sharing a song and maybe making a comment, I'm going to listen to that and try. Sometimes YouTube propose me what is out today, and if I have time, because maybe I'm cooking or doing something else, I listen to that song because why not? But people now doesn't care that much. They just skip, like with watching TV, doing things like that. It's difficult to capture with the music the attention of people. But this is related to the mass. I don't play for the mass. I don't play. I play for a little team of friends, like playing in a club, and that's it for me.
Right.
So I'm not going to complain. It's a reality. It's fine. I keep playing in the club, like many other musicians that enjoy to share their music with their friends, and that's it.
Yeah. Sure.
Yep.
Absolutely. That's great, man. Wow. I have really enjoyed this time with you today, Antonello.
Yeah, me too.
I've really enjoyed this with you. And I tell you what, it's such an honor to have you back to hang out with me a little bit today. And man, it's going to be hard to let you go because I've been having such a good time with you. I really have. But everybody
Appreciate.
out there, I want you to know that Antonello is pretty much on every platform out there. But definitely check out his YouTube channel. Subscribe to that today. Give him a like. Give him some feedback. Share his content with everybody you can possibly share it with. Get the word out about Antonello. He's such a great guy. His music is just from the heart, and there's so much feeling to his music. I everybody needs to everybody needs to be knowing what his music's about and about what Antonello's about. But make sure you guys share his content. Get his content out there and spread the word about him. I would appreciate it if you guys would do that. And I know Antonello would be very appreciative of that as well. But man, brother, just keep doing the great work you're doing and keep following your heart the way you do. And I know everything that comes to you in the future is going to be magical and great. And it's just I feel whatever you do is going to continue to touch a lot of people out there. I really do. But what you do is very magical and just very spiritual in a sense. It really is. And I tell you what, you just touch my heart every day and just really make my day better. I know, so but you're gonna continue to be, on my rotation with my music every day. And I just can't wait to see what's coming in the future with Antonello Nicastro. I can't wait to see what the future holds.
Something live if you want next time.
What's that? I'm sorry.
Bring something live if you want.
Okay, that'd be great.
Yeah.
That'd be great, man. Well, brother, I guess I'll let you go because I know it's late where you're at, and it's getting later here too, of course. But I know it's really late where you're at, so I don't want to keep you any longer. But brother, God bless you, and thanks for this time for sharing this with me. And I know you could have been doing other things instead, so thank you very much for taking some time with me tonight and allowing
Thank
me
you
to
for your
catch
time
up
with
with you a
me.
little bit. So, and
Really appreciate it.
yeah, man. Thank you for your friendship, and I just appreciate you so much, brother. I hope you know how much I appreciate you. So grazie to you, brother, and arrivederci.
Yeah.
And I will see you very soon, and we'll be talking soon. So
Yeah.
anyway, guys,
Thank you.
all of you out
Thank
there,
you very
thanks
much,
for
Troy. Cheers.
yeah, cheers, guys. Thanks for joining us, and cheers, brother, with my coffee. But anyway, guys, have a great one. Thanks for tuning in with us and hanging out with us as well. And I'll see you guys all later. Keep rocking out there. Keep taking care of yourselves. And we'll see y'all soon. Bye bye now.